operation? Does it increase my technology risk? Do I have the supply chain for that? Is there what can go wrong? All these things you learn over time, and just don't underestimate what it means to have 30 years of experience in this field. I have been on this, they call it the solar coaster, for a long time. And when you see, for example, how regulation can change your environment, and if you've lived through that, you are more able to deal with that. So I would say experience is probably the key here. If you look at the team in the developer, do they have experience in what they're doing? Do they have the knowledge to cope with sideswipes, with unexpected events?
Got it. And what due diligence process do you follow before committing significant amounts of capital to a project?
Okay, that's a little bit into secret sauce as well. There is I'll stay high level. You can verify land ownership or control, interconnection readiness, or timeline. You model worst case scenarios on your financial model, as I mentioned before, and you check out the regulators that are local, and see if there's local resistance. Those are the main things, but there's a couple more, and it gets into details that I believe are part of the advantage that we have.
Got it. That makes sense. And what technologies do you see as being most impactful going forward to provide electricity to the data centers?
All right. So as I mentioned before, a technology mix is often beneficial. If you look at the history of solar, for example, the biggest build out of new megawatts on the grid was in solar, and second only is gas. There's a reason for that. The levelized cost of energy is low on some nuclear technologies, but if you're in the Southwest, for example, or in the Sun Belt, solar is hard to beat. If you're in the Midwest, wind is very cost effective. Hydro energy has been, especially like areas like the Niagara Falls, has been awesome and the lowest power source bar none. But the build out of hydropower plants is tough because we've pretty much captured most of what we can. There's maybe a little bit more growth available. But if you look at, while it has fallen out of fashion under the current government, we have seen a trend in the past, and we are still seeing it globally, that renewables are important and are advancing. There is a reason for that. I mean, if you have the IPCC and 161 or something like that, scientists that have no political agenda, all agreeing that this is not just correlation but causality, you have to assume that when there is a scientifically smart government, that they will push for renewables. And just look at India, what they're doing now. It's renewables and it's nuclear. They're pushing both of those heavily. So I believe that this is a trend that will continue. If you look at the companies that are building data centers, I would say probably 2/3 or 3/4 of them value clean energy with zero or low carbon dioxide emissions. So I've been on this solar coaster for 30 years, and I've been saying this for 20 years, that the future is bright. The future of solar is bright. So I believe that solar and renewables, and I believe that wind will have a comeback. There is an education that needs to take place, but I'm not giving up on renewables. So that's where I think that the low carbon, the simple answer is that the low carbon energy forms are going to win long term.
Got it. And how do you think about nuclear and battery energy storage systems as well for supplying power?
All right, I've mentioned that is a good combination. If you look at base power, so you want to have some non-intermittent or firm power source. Well, you can go with fossil fuels, but if you look at the reserves that we have, especially on oil, it's not a lot. The United States is depleting the reserves rather quickly. On gas, okay, so we're having a boom right now, but if you look at how gas wells die, they die suddenly, and it's maybe not as fast as other fossil fuels. Coal, I don't think is a very smart idea right now because of the environmental aspect. So again, I believe that low carbon solutions are the long term winners for data centers. The client wants them. So if gas is all you have, you probably are missing out on those that can afford not to put in gas. I mean, there's a time issue here. So there's a need currently for the data center operators to accept carbon dioxide emitting fuels, but I don't believe that's a long-term strategy.